Hey guys, how's it going? I thought I'd do something a little different today and have a kind of an eat with me keto vlog. I've been on keto for about a year now, but kind of on and off a little bit sometimes, but I'm back on it again. And I thought I'd share with y'all what I ate today. I know that you can't really be on and off of keto, but what I'm really trying to do is actually be on a low carb diet, and being on keto just helps me make sure that I'm being very low carb. So that's why I feel like it's okay sometimes if I'm out going out of town or on vacation to have a little higher carbs. Speaking of which, I went to Disney Springs in Orlando, Florida not too long ago, and we definitely ate foods that were high in carbs. But in fact, I think I'll share that with you guys if you guys want to watch anything like that. But I'm back on it. I can't be messing around because I got a lot of fun stuff coming up this summer, so I want to at least, you know, feel energetic and happy. And that's my main reason for also being on keto. It's actually for health reasons, and I want to be able to feel normal and not have hormonal changes, and also not be victim to all the crashes and just terrible feelings that you get while being on a very high carb diet. So cutting carbs in any way is going to be good for you. In the case of keto, you're adding in fat, and it's actually moderate protein. Some people think it's high protein also. So it's just, you got to monitor what fats you're eating. My doctor is the one who told me that I should actually consider doing keto, so I've been doing it and I'm enjoying it so far. But I have to be back being strict again. I've always had weight fluctuations, but I've noticed with keto it's something that I can maintain. So I'm really trying to get back to it, be strict and be good. That being said, I am human, so some days I might not be strict as others, and I don't call it cheating, and I'm not hard on myself about it, because what's the point in being hard on yourself about these things? It's just going to discourage you and you're going to give up. At least that's what happens with me. So I try to stay very positive if I go over, but usually when I'm on it because I feel satiated on this diet, which is very awesome. But anyway, this is just what I'm eating and doing today. If you want to just come hang out, come on down. So for lunch, we were thinking some chicken shawarma we got from Trader Joe's. It's like marinated chicken thighs. We figured we'd get some charcoal going and throw them on the grill, and they'd be really good. Chicken thighs grill up real nice, and we love the char flavor, so I thought that would be the best option for these. I like to always get my meats at room temperature and kind of take them out about 30 minutes before I grill. So then we had the chimney going, so while the meat was getting to room temperature, the coals were getting white hot. Next, I was trying to figure out what I could pair with it, and I figured I could have some like lettuce and some limes cut up and a little bit of onion, and it would be real nice with the shawarma. And the coals were red hot. We threw them on the grill, and then we got the grate real hot, and after we got the grate hot, then I went ahead and threw the chicken on there. I think it's time for me to flip these or check on them. Oh, they look good. They definitely need some time. I'm thinking that I might go ahead and... Oh wow, that one unraveled. Go ahead and put that back. I think I'm going to go ahead and cover it a little bit and let it go. So I decided to have it with some low-carb tortilla. Each one of these tortillas are just 5 carbs per. So it's a good option. I mean, I don't have it all the time. It is white wheat, but every now and then we do totally indulge in it. And it is lower carb, and it's better than having just high carb tortillas all the time and multiple tortillas. Usually we just have 1 to 1.5, and I'm super full off of that. I actually really like this brand. There was another brand that I tried, but I cannot find it again. I think it had some, like a woman on it, little tortilla company or something like that. And that was also a really good option. So I figured I'd cook that up with a little bit of ghee in a pan. Next, I had some limes that I wanted to go ahead and cut up. And I don't know why I cut up so many limes. I still have a bunch of limes just laying around because for some reason I felt the need to cut up a crap ton of limes. My cutting board was slipping on me a little bit, so this is a little trick that I usually do whenever it does that. I take some paper towels and I just wet them, and then I just put them under the cutting board, and it kind of makes it have a little bit more of a better grip, more traction there going on, and it prevents it from slipping and sliding around on you. So here, if you can notice it when I'm moving it, it's much, much sturdier than it was. It is just, you never ever want to have a sliding cutting board. That is very dangerous. That and a dull knife, those are the biggest no-nos. I was just going to slice up the onion and have it with the shawarma because the onion little zing and crispness of it would be really nice to go with it, I thought, and the char flavor. But you have to be careful with onion because it can make your carb count skyrocket a little bit. You just have to not have too much, and just a little bit will go a long way anyway. I decided to get a little crazy and have some Thai chilies with it. Chop 3 of those up. I don't know why I chopped so many of those up. I definitely did not need so many, but it's nice to have a little bit of a kick, and that's a lot of bit of a kick actually. But if you want to have your endorphins releasing, it's nice, and it just makes it delicious. I chopped up some lettuce hearts of romaine here because, we needed something green in there. And here I was just picking off any wilted looking ones or any off looking leaves. I figured I'd just kind of shred it up. I needed a little bit of a actual vegetable other than lettuce. So I was using these baby zucchini that I got from Trader Joe's. Yeah, Trader Joe's. You can tell I went there recently. But I actually was pretty impressed with these because they're freaking adorable, and that's pretty much the real reason why I bought them. But also, usually when you see baby vegetables of any kind, the price is really jacked up. But these were only $2 something, I think. It wasn't too terrible. So I just trimmed off any weird-looking spots, and I went ahead and took off the little stem at the top because I didn't know if with baby zucchini if it would be tender enough to eat or not. But I know with adult-sized zucchini, I always take that part off, so I figured I'd just trim them off. And then I thought I'd go ahead and coat these with a little bit of oil and seasoning and get them ready. I just coated the zucchini with some pink Himalayan salt. I decided to go with that. I do use iodized salt a lot too. And then I went with some garlic powder, some pepper, and I added a little bit of olive oil and just coated them, and they were ready for me to go ahead and put on the grill next to the chicken. Look at this tiny little spatula. It was only $1. It's so tiny. I love it. I like to just toss it in and let it kind of get coated by the ghee, and then flip it and then let it brown up, and it kind of puffs a little bit. And voila, everything's off the grill, and it was looking so good, perfectly charred. I figured I'd go ahead and chop up a piece real quick. Then I thought I'd go ahead and assemble it on top of one of these low-carb tortillas, sliced up the chicken thighs, and put in some little bit of lettuce for freshness. I wanted to throw in some onion for a nice little bite, a little squirt of lime, And then I also snuck in a little bit of those green chilies. I could only do like 2 of them in there. And I wanted to go ahead and roll it up real tight. So I thought, what better to roll it up super tight than aluminum? But I actually kind of regret doing that because the aluminum was just in the way while I was trying to eat it. But it did get it nice and rolled up tight. Let me try this. I wish I had a yogurt sauce. You know what? I could make a yogurt sauce. Hold on, 1 second. Wish that I had some cucumbers so I could make a really yummy tzatziki sauce, but I just have this Carb Master yogurt and I have no cucumbers, so maybe I'll just, I don't know, maybe I'll just put some salt and pepper along with this and call it a dizzy day. Let's see how that goes. Thin it out with a little olive oil maybe. Some pepper, salt, little garlic powder, and I think a little bit of cumin. Can't go wrong with that. All right. Low carb shawarma. Oh, this is good. This is good. I was actually really pleasantly surprised how it turned out. The yogurt sauce really made it. I'm really happy that I decided to whip that together. It was pretty good. And the zucchini wasn't bad either. The zucchini was real nice and tender, and it had a nice char flavor too. It was pretty good. Next time I go to Trader Joe's, I'll probably grab these things again. Hey, how's it going? It's now later in the afternoon. I've spent the morning kind of putting together a couple of videos of what I did a couple of weekends ago. I went to Disney Springs down in Orlando, Florida, and I thought I'd share with you guys what all I did there. I definitely ate a lot of good food, but now it's back to reality, back on my keto diet, my ketogenic diet, low carb, moderate protein, high fat. I did enjoy the shawarmas earlier. Okay, Trader Joe's, I see what you're doing. That was pretty good. I was actually pretty impressed with that. Whenever I go to like grocery stores, if they're like pre-marinated, sometimes they can be such misses. So I was a little skeptical, but it wasn't bad. And the charcoal flavor, though, I will say the charcoal grilled flavor really is the thing that I like the most, honestly. So yeah, and I guess I mixed all sorts of cultures. I kind of made it a little bit of a burrito out of it. I don't know, but it was pretty good. It was really good. And now I have absolutely no idea what I'm gonna have for dinner, but I'm pretty full still, so I might make it a light dinner. I do know though that later I'm gonna be watching Game of Thrones and there can be no interruptions. During my shower, I tried a new product, a body scrub. It's meant for Keratosis Pilaris, which is like bumps on your arms. You can have, it's pretty much like this hair follicles kind of like produces too much keratin, so it kind of gets stuck around the skin follicle. A lot of people have it and they say that it kind of goes away with time as you get older. Honestly, it hasn't really bothered me much lately. I haven't really noticed it as much, but recently during that trip down to Orlando, I got a massage and I was so incredibly soft, and I was thinking, so this is what it's like to be so ridiculously soft? I want to feel like that all the time. And I even asked them, I was like, what all massage oils do you use? What is in this? And the lady didn't know. So I just kind of looked some stuff up, and I read most massage oils have extra virgin olive oil or certain oils that don't clog the pores but also like absorb quickly, and a really common one was sweet almond oil. So actually I went to Whole Foods like shortly after that and bought some. I might make a little scrub with that and we'll see how that goes. If anyone knows about any like really good scrubs that they swear by, or if anyone even has KP and they know something, please let me know. I'd love to know anything. But after that, I was like, wow, I really want to feel smooth skin again, especially before summer. Let me see what else out there. I had gone to a dermatologist before, and the dermatologist told me, oh, well, you know, he pretty much kind of just told me there's nothing I can do about it. I also have stretch marks on my stomach, so I asked him about that. In other words, he pretty much was like, these things, you can't really do anything about them. But anyway, so after feeling so soft, I was like, maybe there is a way I can do something about it, at least diminish it. And I have tried olive oil like maybe for like 3 times, but then I get over it because I just feel so oily. And I want something fast absorbing and not so greasy feeling. But I also did some research and I came across this brand called KP Elements. I found them on Amazon too. And they had like the reviews, people were raving about it. They were saying that this changed their lives. They finally know what it's like without KP and all this stuff. And I was like, what? I want to try this. It's $50. It's pretty pricey. But I thought, hey, you know, it's about to be summer. Why not try this? Why not see what happens? So today was the first day of using it. It was a body scrub that you kind of lather and you kind of gently exfoliate. And that's another thing. I thought that with this, you don't ever scrub it. Like I thought that if you scrub it, it makes it worse. I heard that. But apparently it's good to gently exfoliate it and that doesn't make it worse. And so after you do the scrub, and I used just like a facial exfoliator sponge, and I just used it on my arms, and it lathered like crazy. So it's a nice scrub. And then after I did that, I applied the lotion. So I primarily have it on my arms. That's always been my like area where I have it the most. But I also have it on my thighs, like a little bit, and a little bit on my legs. But lately, I've noticed it's been creeping like to my forearm, and I think that might be the one that's like kind of bothering me the most because I'm not used to there being bumps here, so it's just annoying. And so I don't know, we'll see how that goes. We'll see if that makes any difference. Later in the day, I did a little bit of some computer work. I did a little editing and some other work that I had to get done that I had procrastinated with. And so that pretty much took up the rest of my Sunday. It's Game of Thrones time, but I wanted a little bit of a snack, so I'm gonna have my Skinny Pop popcorn, and I think it's like 5 net carbs. It's a little bland. What I usually do is just add a little salt, and it's pretty good. I like it. I don't always have it all the time though, because I guess it is a little higher carb, but I'm having it with LaCroix, so I think this is grapefruit flavor. So it's gonna be a fun little show snack, and right now we are waiting on the wings. We're kind of having a late dinner today, but I don't know, I was so full over the shawarma and I just kind of lost track of time, but it'll be okay. So gonna have these wings for dinner. So this is my impromptu dinner tonight, just some wings and some spinach, which actually turned out to be a little frozen in the fridge. And then I have it with some ranch and this is some cheddar cheese. So these wings are actually from Trader Joe's, and earlier today we had Trader Joe's shawarma marinated chicken thighs. So I guess, you know, I'm Trader Joe'd out today. But I'm gonna just have this and it's gonna be good. But I'm gonna have it and finish watching this episode. I'm now gonna have a couple of these Smart Sweets gummy bears. They're really yummy. I think out of all the, like, I mean, they're not super sweet, but I love gummy anything, so they kind of help with that. And the whole bag is 5 carbs, and you know, I never eat the whole bag. I just eat like 4 or 5 at a time. Well, I just got done watching this episode and I think I'm gonna hit the hay. I'm exhausted. Gotta get ready for work tomorrow. So that's all I ate today. I hope that was pretty interesting. Let me know if you guys want me to do anything else like that. And I will talk to you later. Good night.